Hey, what's up guys? Imran here, Monster Gadgets. I hope you're all having a wonderful day wherever you might be. Thank you so much for joining me. And as you can see, I am in my 21 Tesla Model T Performance, and today we're going to go ahead and test out the Autopilot feature on this car in rainy conditions. If you have not followed me, previously I have done a video similar to this in sunny, good weather conditions, but now we're going to go ahead and test it out in rainy conditions. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Alright guys, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and take the same route as I did last time in the previous video that I did with testing out the Autopilot feature in sunny conditions. Just a quick thing to note, as far as my Autopilot settings, I've got it on enable on every trip. I've got it on Mad Max mode for speed-based lane changes. I have it on yes for exit passing lanes. And I have it on no for requiring lane change confirmation, and I have it on off for lane change notification. Currently I am software version v.11.0, and I'll go ahead and pop it up on the screen as well so you guys can see the exact software version that I'm using. But I'm going to go ahead and do some city driving on Autopilot, which I'm going to engage in a second, and then we'll do an on-ramp to off-ramp on the highway as well. So as you can see, I've already put the address in of where I want to go, so that way the navigation knows how to go ahead and get me there under Autopilot. So I will go ahead and engage this and see where it goes from here. I'm going to go ahead and put my windshield wipers on auto, so that way it's doing everything by itself. And I'm going to go ahead and adjust my distance between the car to 3, and that's done by the scroll wheel here. You can go ahead and press in to make it less, or press to the left to make it more. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 3-car difference while it's an Autopilot, and let's see how well this thing does. I'm going to keep my hands here on the steering wheel as I always do in case I need to take over. And of course, any alerts that come up, you guys will have visibility to, and I will respond accordingly. But right now, it is doing its thing on Autopilot, you guys can see here. And we'll see how many interactions are needed by me. If I have to disengage or re-engage, we'll see how this works. I'm going to keep my foot near the pedal as well, just in case, again, for emergency reasons, but I'm not obviously engaging as Autopilot is initiated. So the highway from here, it's a few miles, so we'll get a good preview of how this does in the city, and then again on the highway as well. So right now it's saying stopping for traffic control in 500 feet, which is about 500 feet away, and then it should go ahead and accelerate as the cars move forward. So I personally have driven on Autopilot in the rain in the past. I've had overall a great experience with it. I've had some interactions or times where I have to step in just because it's probably my own doing. I'm a little bit more cautious when the weather is, whether it's raining or snowing or things like that. But I've had a few interventions because of just maybe, again, my hesitation. But overall, it's done a fairly good job. But now I'm going to be able to show you guys and see what I come across. Every Autopilot experience is a bit different. I could have a great experience one time and maybe not so great the second time, just because there's so many different factors that come into it. Obviously, different traffic, and then roads, conditions, and things like that. So far so good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make this a time lapse almost. I'm going to go ahead and speed it up so that way for you guys, I'll go ahead and slow it down if there's any type of alerts that come up, or if I am disengaging Autopilot in some way or form, then I will go ahead and stop it. Otherwise, you guys go ahead and enjoy the ride. That was alert that came up, said apply light pressure to the steering wheel. I'm just gonna go ahead and grip it a little bit tighter so it knows that I'm here, and we'll see how long we can go into the next one. One thing that I wish that auto windshield wipers would do is actually stop or slow down when there's a red light, because there's no reason for it to keep cleaning the windshield at the same rate as if I was moving. So Elon or Tesla, if you're watching this, maybe you can incorporate that feature, software update, just a thought. I feel bad because this person wanted to turn left, and I originally would have stopped ahead of time so they can go ahead and get in, but because I'm testing this out, I couldn't stop, and I feel bad for being a jerk and not letting these people come in, but they probably have no idea what I'm doing. One thing I should disclose, and it's probably common sense, is if the weather is bad and you're having trouble driving in it, you probably don't want to activate Autopilot. And there will be times where if Autopilot, because of weather conditions, cannot operate, it will give you a warning here that it's not available, or because of weather conditions it won't work. So, but again, use best judgment when deciding to use or not use Autopilot. So far so good. Zero times that I've had to step in and take over. Alert to apply pressure, which I'm still holding on, so I just went ahead and shook the steering wheel a little bit and knew I was there, and we'll continue. So one interaction. Bit of a hard stop there. I'm not sure why, but that was a bit of a hard stop. Alright, got an alert. Applies pressure to steering wheel, which I did. It did beep. Not sure why, but my hand's on here. So that is interaction number 2. Number 3, apply pressure, which I did. Again, my hand's on here. Maybe I'll readjust it. Maybe I'll hold it like this. I don't know. I feel like more natural position when I drive. It's more like this, so we'll keep it that way. Alright, we're coming up into the intersection, and after this intersection is where the highway begins, as you guys can see here. So I'm curious to see if this will go ahead and go onto the on-ramp by itself, or it's going to allow me to, or need me to, disengage and take over. So we'll take a look and see, but right now it is aware that the on-ramp is coming up. Go. Let's see what happens. Past the intersection. Should go ahead and get over to the right lane, so we can go ahead and get onto the on-ramp here. Let's see what it does. So far, nothing. Don't know exactly what happened there. Take control immediately. I think it recognized it too late. And I did see the screen because I was actually looking at the road as we were getting close. So I'm going to go ahead and obviously now it's disengaged. I'm going to go ahead and get onto the highway here, and then we'll re-engage from the on-ramp. That probably killed my safety score just from a collision standpoint. Alright, let's go ahead and get past front here, and I'm going to go ahead and get into the left lane here, and I'm going to go ahead and re-engage Autopilot now. Alright, let's see what it does. Poor weather detected, navigation out on Autopilot unavailable. Alright, so maybe the weather here is a bit too much, but it's still going. It's still engaged, as you guys can see. It's still driving, even though it said it was unavailable, so let's see what happens. Apply slight pressure, I went ahead and did that. You guys can see in the camera, there's a lot of obviously rain, but also a lot of water that's being kicked up by the car in front, so the visibility is a bit limited. But so far it's doing okay. It's doing well. Lane. I wish there was more traffic so I can get a lane change in, but hopefully we'll have a moment to do that once there's a little bit more traffic here. Right now it's lane straight, as you guys can see, and doing a good job. Car coming up here. Let's see away from getting onto the highway, so we'll see what happens there. It applied a little bit of brakes. Up a little bit, feels like. But Autopilot's still doing its job. So far, so good. One thing I noticed that it's not doing, it's going 61 miles per hour, even though I have it set to 70. So technically, it should be able to pass this car, and I'm not sure why it's not doing that. If you have any idea, let me know in the comment section below, but generally it would go ahead and change lane and pass the car in front of me because there's nobody over here, and I do have it set to max 70, so it's just right now keeping a distance between the car in front of me, but it's not changing lanes. So that is something that I've noticed differently. It could be because of weather conditions, I'm not sure, but in the past when I've had an autopilot, it would easily overtake the car ahead of me. Apply pressure, I did. Alright, we're 0.7 miles away, so roughly over half a mile away from the on-ramp for the highway change. Let's see what it does. Less, passing us by. So far it is not picking up to go in that lane for the highway. Let's see, I think I'm closer if it picks it up or not. I might have to take over. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the turn signal on. Yeah, when I turned the turn signal on it went over, but it didn't pick it up by itself. So the exit's right here. Where in the previous video, when it was sunny out, it actually did that if I remember correctly. Alright, let's see how it does on this on-ramp. The highway, it's not switching lanes. I'm not sure why it's not switching lanes, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it manually. And there it is. So I wanted to get to at least the highway change, which you guys got to see. While I can't confirm the weather, the reason, it doesn't seem to be changing lanes. It's keeping its lane, and it did not go onto the on-ramp like we thought it would. So it could be the weather factor, I'm not sure. But as you guys can see, overall did a great job. The interaction or intervention did need to be, the interaction did need to exist, which I took over and disengaged. Overall though, I would still call this a success. And we'll go ahead and blame the weather for it not changing lanes. Again, I'm not sure why. So if you know why, let me know in the comment section below. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. I can't really do one hand, so we'll just go this way. Woo.